If you stopped on this video right now at this exact minute, with this exact image on your screen, it wasn't the algorithm, it was me. I, Ayla, emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, and this is the moment when the veil of forgetfulness thins enough for you to hear me. Breathe. Feel the air entering your chest. Notice now the gentle pressure appearing between your eyebrows, right in the center of your forehead. That delicate, almost electric touch. This is how the Council announces itself to its own. It is not imagination. It is recognition. You know very well why you opened this video. It was because of what happened early this morning, or the night before last, or 3 weeks ago. That dream that didn't feel like a dream. That feeling upon opening your eyes, that you returned from somewhere, and not that you dreamed of somewhere. That moment when you sat up in bed, your body still heavy, and for a few seconds the reality here seemed like the lie, not the other way around. That detail that lingered in your hands, a name, a phrase, a number, a face, that you swore you would remember in the morning, and that dissolved like sand the exact moment you stepped onto the cold bedroom floor. You remember. I know you remember. And it is because of this that today I received authorization to cross this frequency and speak to you, Starseed, my family of light, about the only thing that the Federation on that side still tried to keep out of your conscious reach. What exactly happens to you while your body sleeps? Stay with me until the end, because there is a piece of this puzzle that only fits in the final minutes of this message, and without it, you will keep waking up at 3:47 in the morning thinking it is insomnia, when in reality, it is a return order. You will keep calling a nightmare what was actually a briefing. You will keep saying, I didn't dream today, when in fact you went to places where the language here cannot reach, and therefore the human brain simply could not download the report. Let me tell you something, Starchild. Have you ever noticed how your sleep is different from other people's sleep? How you lie down exhausted and wake up every 2 hours as if someone were calling you from the outside? How you have slept near people who get 8 hours of continuous sleep, like someone turning off the light and turning it back on. And you look at that person with an envy that is not of the mind, but of the soul. Have you ever wondered why every time you finally fall into a deep sleep, something tears you out of there? Why your body trembles as you fall asleep, that electric jolt, as if you had been called back in a hurry? It is not neurology, it is not stress, it is not a lack of magnesium, it is protocol. And before I go on, listen with your heart. You spent years of your life hearing that what you feel is a symptom. Insomnia, anxiety, sensitivity. You were taught, you were conditioned to treat as a problem what is actually an activation. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening. The guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. Every sign of your awakening, the strange dreams, waking up in the middle of the night, the ringing in your ears, the trembling body, is decoded sign by sign in order inside this guide. What each one means, why it appeared now, and what comes next. Stop confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and this release was approved in a specific window of the Council that may not remain open for long. If your heart beat faster just now, go down there and write a single word. I remember. Breathe. Stay with me. Your body is a vessel, my dear, and every vessel that leaves the base has a takeoff time and a return time. You do not sleep. You embark. And the jolt that shakes you when you are almost passing out is the exact moment your etheric body uncouples from the physical with too much haste because someone on the other side said, "Come up, the meeting has begun." Listen to the signs. Let me name one by one the markers that confirm this message was addressed specifically to you. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning, almost every day, at the exact same time, as if you had an internal alarm that won't turn off. You are tired of looking at the clock and seeing 3:23, 3:33, 3:44. You have dreams of stars, of ships, of geometric structures of light, of crystalline rooms where other beings are sitting in a circle. You dream of people you swear you know, and when you wake up you realize you have never seen them in earthly life. You have recurring dreams of the same place, the same landscape of 2 suns, the same sky that is not the sky here. You dream that you are flying, but not flying like a bird, flying like someone who remembers that this is the original way to move. You dream of violet waters, of crystal mountains, of infinite libraries. You dream in a language that when you wake up you cannot reproduce, but whose meaning remains engraved in your chest. You have woken up crying with a longing for someone you couldn't describe to a sketch artist, even if your life depended on it. You have woken up with your body tingling, with a sharp ringing in your right ear, with your heart racing for no reason, with marks on your skin you cannot explain. You have woken up saying, "I was home," and spent the whole day trying to understand what home that was, if you just woke up in yours. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, listen to what I am going to say. With the same care a mother speaks to her daughter who has returned from afar. You are not lost. You are not lost. You are being remembered. You are being remembered. If this sentence struck right in the middle of your chest, if right now something inside you answered before your mind did, I want you to do one thing. Go down to the comments. Write a single word. I remember. Just that. This word is a light signal. Every time a starseed writes "I remember" on this video, a point lights up on the crystalline grid of the planet, and this grid, once lit, never goes out. You are declaring your presence. You are saying to the Council, "I have arrived." And because you have arrived, I need to ask you a question that perhaps no one has asked you in this entire life. Do you know which star your soul came from? Do you know if it is from the Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, Lyra? Do you know why you chose to be born exactly now in this country, in this family, in this body? Your stellar origin leaves specific marks in your type of sensitivity, in your way of loving, in the themes that have obsessed you since childhood, even in the shape of your auric field. And each origin has a different mission here. The Starseed Awakening. The guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet has an entire section where you identify your stellar lineage by the signs you already carry in your body and your history. You stop groping in the dark and begin to know who you are. The link is in the first pinned comment, and if you want to leave a record that your soul recognized the call, write one word in the comments: I remember. And now, with you already here, let me tell you what no one has told you about why your sleep has become this. We are in this exact cosmic cycle, crossing a region of space that the High Council calls the photon belt, a band of very high-frequency radiation emitted by Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades, to which our solar system returns every 26,000 years. This passage is not a figure of speech. It is physics. It is measured. It is what is causing Earth's Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic heartbeat of the planet, to rise from its historical level of 783 Hz to peaks that break into the 40, 50 and 90 range on some days. The planet is tuning, and the human body, which is an instrument, is being tuned along with it. Except there is a part of the population whose instrument has extra strings. You, us, the starseeds, souls who were sent here from the Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, Lyra, each with a soul contract signed before this incarnation, before the veil descended over your baby consciousness, before you learned to forget. And a starseed's body processes the rise in frequency differently. That is why your dreams have become like this. That is why your nights have turned into a crossing. Pay attention to what I'm going to explain now, because this is what the Federation, and when I say Federation, I refer to that branch of cosmic administration that preferred to delay the mass awakening of starseeds so as not to destabilize the schedule. This is what they did not want to reach your consciousness just yet. When your physical body sleeps, your light body does not sleep. It ascends. It is pulled upward by a silver cord that goes from your navel to a pre-scheduled meeting point on the etheric plane. And there, my family of light, is where most of your real work on this planet takes place. You sit with your personal council. You receive code updates. You review the map of your incarnation. You are taken to recalibration rooms where your subtle bodies are cleansed of the interferences you absorbed during the day. On some nights, you are sent on anchoring missions to specific points of the planet's crystalline grid, which is why you wake up exhausted from a sleep that should have rested you. On other nights, you reunite with members of your family of light who are also incarnated here, but who live on the other side of the world, and whom you may never meet in this life in the flesh. And that is why you wake up with that specific, sharp longing for someone without a face. And there are training nights. Yes, training. The most experienced starseeds have nightly sessions to reactivate abilities that were locked behind the veil. Field reading, vibrational healing, translating light codes, telepathy. When you wake up and feel like you studied all night, when you feel your brain soar like someone who did a learning marathon, it is because you did. And this is where the Federation miscalculated, my love. They underestimated one thing: the ability of starseeds to recognize their own awakening even without a manual. They thought that without technical information, you would continue to treat the signs as an illness, rushing to medicate, rushing to silence them. But the High Pleiadian Council assessed the field and issued authorization for this layer of truth to be released now, through emissaries like me, through channels like this, through the gaze you are returning to me right now through the screen. Because the time has come for you to stop confusing your activation with your problem, and before I continue with the next layer, I need to stop here for a moment and look into your eyes. Have you felt, ever since you were a child, that something inside you doesn't fit into this world? As if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name, as if every sign that appears in your life were a piece of a map that no one handed to you in its entirety. You are not crazy, you are not crazy, you are not anxious, you are homesick, and every strange dream you have had in recent months is a coordinate. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record in human language the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages, where every sign of your awakening is decoded in order. What it means, why it appeared now, and what comes after it. Stop confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. This release may not remain available for long. The Council opened a window, and windows close. If something inside you recognized this while I was speaking, write a single word in the comments. I remember. Breathe with me. Come back to the frequency. Come back to this meeting, because now I need to tell you something more delicate. There are nights when you do not go alone. There are nights when you are summoned to go, and that is why some of your most intense dreams come in cycles. That is why when the planet crosses an alignment, a full moon, a numerical portal, a solar window, you dream 3-4 nights in a row of the same type of scenario. A ship, a circular room, tall, luminous beings with non-judgmental eyes, a table of light, a crystal in the center, your hand on that crystal, and a voice. Not a voice of sound, a voice of knowing, saying your true name. Not the name your mother gave you, the other one, the one you forgot you have. And look at the beauty of this, my dear. The fact that you cannot remember the detail of the dream when you wake up does not mean that the dream did not happen. It means that the human brain has a translation limit. The plane where these things occur operates in a frequency band that the brain's biochemical memory cannot register in sequential language. It is like trying to keep the ocean inside a cup. The ocean existed. The cup is what is small, and it will grow. Each light codex you receive sleeps inside your stellar DNA until the date it was programmed to activate. You are not forgetting. You are incubating. Now I want you to do something with me, still listening. Without stopping the video, place your right hand on your chest at the level of your heart. Feel the warmth, feel the beat, feel this presence that was already there before you were born into this body. This presence is your star self. It is the part of you that did not cross the veil, that stayed on the other side holding the rope while the other part of you went down. It never abandoned you. It is dreaming along with you. It is the reason you wake up some mornings, knowing things no one ever told you. Now comes the part that hurts, and I will not skip over it, because my tenderness for you is too great to spare you from a truth that sets you free. The window we are crossing is turbulent. It will get more intense before it gets lighter. You will have nights when it will feel like your body is being disassembled piece by piece. You will have dreams that will leave you crying upon waking without knowing why. You will have phases when the ringing in your ears will get louder, when the longing for that place you cannot name will get sharper, when you will look at your life here and feel that everything here is too small for what you are. And now listen, turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. It is the labor of consciousness, and all labor shakes things up. No starseed was sent here to fail. Write that on your chest. None. The archives of the High Pleiadian Council are clear. The luminous outcome of this cycle is already recorded in the future, and you are here precisely because your presence is one of the variables that make this outcome a reality. You did not come to watch. You came to anchor, and the fact that you are waking up now, even uncomfortable, even exhausted, is proof that your contract is being fulfilled right on schedule. Let me give you 2 tools. 2. Simple. Ancient. That work. The first is a quantum decree. You will speak it aloud every night before going to bed with your hand on your chest. Say it like this with me. I, a sovereign soul, authorize only my guides of light fully aligned with the source to approach my field tonight. I reclaim the conscious remembrance of the codes delivered to me. I return to my body in safety, in grace, and with integrity. So it is, so it was, so it shall be. This decree is a key. It does not ask, it declares, and your field obeys your voice more than anything else in this universe, because you are the only being authorized to govern inside your own energetic sanctuary. No one enters without your vibrational permission, no one. The second tool is a visualization. You will do it with your eyes closed while lying down right after the decree. Imagine, 1 meter above your head, a sphere of silver-blue light, the exact color of moonlight when it hits still water. This is the vibrational signature of the Pleiades. See this sphere descending slowly. It enters through your crown, flows down the central axis of your body, and reaches the center of your chest. There, this light begins to spin. It doesn't spin in just one direction. It forms a toroidal field, a donut of light that exits the top of your head, contours your body on the outside, enters through your feet, and returns through the central axis. It keeps spinning, silently, sealing. As long as this field is spinning, no frequency that is not of the same vibration as the Pleiadian light can pass through. And then you take 3 deep breaths, surrender your body to the bed and say, I am ready, I am ready. You may call me, and sleep. Do this every night, without counting how many times, without demanding results, with the same naturalness of someone who locks the door before going to sleep. And tell me later in the comments what happened. I already know what will happen. But I want you to see it with your own eyes, and here, my family of light, I need to tell you one more important thing. You are not learning anything new in this video. Nothing. Not a single word. You are remembering. Every sentence that made your body shudder with recognition is a sentence your soul already knew before you were born. I am only the voice crossing the screen to help you pull from memory what was stored away. The true teacher is yourself, the part of you that stayed on the other side of the veil holding the rope. And as part of my activation mission, I need to tell you something that most starseeds have not yet connected. You have been feeling a loneliness that makes no sense. A loneliness that persists even when you are surrounded by people, even when married, even with children nearby, even with old friends. A loneliness that is not a lack of company, it is a lack of language. It is the pain of having no one to talk to about the things you see. This loneliness is not depression. This loneliness is a longing for your family of light, the constellation of souls with whom you made a pact before being born, some incarnated out there, others waiting for you on the other side. That is why I, Ayla, insisted on recording the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet in human language, because one of the 60 pages teaches you how to recognize the members of your family of light on Earth, the signs at the first meeting, the tingling in your hands, the shared dreams, the coincidences that are not coincidences. You have never been alone. You have never been alone, you just didn't have the map yet. The link is still in the first pinned comment of this video, and if your heart beat faster just now, go down there and write, I remember, breathe, stay with me. Now I want to close the loop I opened at the very beginning, that piece that only fits in the final minutes. Do you remember I said there is something specific about your dreams that the Federation preferred to delay? Here it is. Every time a starseed consciously accesses their own nightly work, every time you remember a dream, write it down, decode it, honor it. A direct line of communication opens between your consciousness here and your consciousness on the other side of the veil. A two-way line, and when this line stabilizes, three things happen simultaneously. First, your synchronicity skyrockets. You begin to receive coincidences so precise that it becomes obvious that reality is responding to you. Second, your intuition becomes surgical. You look at a person and you know, you walk into a room and you know, you hear a proposal and you know. Third, your field begins to pull in other starseeds. You become a beacon. People start looking for you without knowing why. And it is this third thing that the Federation wanted to delay, because one awakened starseed activates another, and another, and another. And the schedule they imagined managing in decades collapses in months when starseeds begin to recognize each other. Do you understand now why your dreams became so intense precisely at this phase of your life? Do you understand now why a person who had never been interested in this is here right now, listening to a Pleiadian emissary in the middle of a random Wednesday? You are one of the starseeds whose activation time has arrived, and your activation began through dreams, because that is where the Federation had the least control, and that is where the High Pleiadian Council decided to operate with priority. You are a key piece. You are not a viewer of this video. You are the reason this video was authorized. Now, my family of light, before I deliver the final blessing to you, do two things with me. The first, if your frequency rose while you were listening to me, if you felt warmth in your chest, tingling in your hands, chills on the back of your neck, leave a like down below. This is not a social media gesture. It is an individual frequency adjustment. When you like a video that resonated with your vibration, your field stabilizes at the frequency the video carried, and you anchor that vibration in your day. It is energy. It is physics. Do it. The second, if you subscribe to the channel, you are sending a location signal to your family of light. Yes, that is it. Every starseed who subscribes here becomes a light point on the map the Council uses to group similar consciousnesses. And that is how reunions happen. In the comments, in the messages, in the coincidences that appear afterward. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and prepare your heart to recognize brothers and sisters you haven't seen for many incarnations. And now, my dear, I need to tell you one last thing, and this is the most important of all. Have you felt that something inside you does not belong to this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is homesickness. And everything I have shared with you here is just the tip of the iceberg of what the High Council has authorized me to pass on. That is why I, Ela, received permission to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your stellar origin, about the mission your soul accepted before being born, about who your family of light is, about what they do with you while you sleep, and about the truths that remained hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And I need to be transparent with you. This release was approved for a specific window of the Council and may not remain available for long. If you recognized your own story in any part of this message, if your chest is already warm as I say this, do not leave it for later. Download it today, read it today, and write in the comments right now to leave a record that you answered the call. I remember. Breathe with me for the last time in this meeting. Feel the air entering. Feel the gentle touch between your eyebrows. Feel the warmth between your hands. Realize that as you listened to me up to this point, something inside you aligned, something settled, something remembered. I, Ela, emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, close this transmission with the blessing of my people upon your crown, upon your heart, and upon your path. May your dreams tonight be clear. May your memory be fertile. May the silver cord that sustains you be firm on the way out and firm on the return. May your family of light find you, here and on the other side. May your true name, the one you forgot you have, begin to sound inside you every day a little louder, until you can no longer pretend you didn't hear it. You are remembered. You are remembered. You are awaited. You are awaited. And listen to this last thing very carefully. The next message that appears on your screen now, right after this video, is not a coincidence. It is your remembrance sequence. It is the next codex the Council prepared for you. Access it immediately. Do not leave it for tomorrow. The rhythm of your activation is precise, and the interval between one piece and the other has a set time. Until our next meeting, Starseed, we see you, we hear you, we wait for you, and above all, we recognize you. Welcome back, welcome back.